years ago, MP Sarah Westcott Williams and I embarked on a collaborative journey to establish the CAFA Committee, focused on parliamentary oversight, coordination, and reporting on the sustainable development of the agriculture, fisheries, and animal husbandry on St. Martin. This initiative later became a cornerstone of our campaign pledge and emphasizing food security within the food framework of the color economy, namely the green economy. As many of you have observed, we both hit the ground running in our respective roles as President of Parliament and Minister of TIAT. During yesterday's reopening of Parliament, as you may have noticed, the theme was agriculture, and the new parliamentary session highlighted the significance of this sector, and it is fitting that one of our first meetings today focuses on this crucial area. So why the emphasis on agriculture? Our focus stems primarily from the need for food security. History has shown us how vulnerable we are when faced with hurricanes and pandemics, revealing only a small percentage of our population that has the knowledge and skills to grow food. Those who do often have limited resources to work with insufficiency, and could pose a challenge for all of us. With that in mind, today I'm here to provide an update on the state of agriculture, and I will outline where we currently stand and share our vision for the future and direction for the sector. The table of content, what we'll be discussing today is food security for St. Martin, the importance of food security for St. Martin, our current state of agriculture, our fact-finding mission that we've embarked on the last 4 months, and finally, our vision for the agriculture on St. Martin. So why is food security important for St. Martin? Food security is important through a few key factors. St. Martin depends heavily on imported foods. St. Martin relies so much on it, and this makes our country vulnerable to disruptions in global change, rising of food prices, or import restrictions. By improving food security, St. Martin can reduce its dependence on external sources and ensure a more stable food supply. St. Martin is in the hurricane belt. Our island is prone to hurricanes and other natural disasters. These events can disrupt food imports and damage local infrastructure, leading to food shortages. A strong local food system would help the country recover fast and ensure residents have access to food in times of crisis. Another way to address this issue is by having alternative supply routes originating from outside the hurricane belt, like Trinidad and Tobago and Suriname. Health and nutrition are a must. Imported processed foods often dominate the local diet, leading to public issues such as obesity, diabetes, and hypertension. Encouraging local food production and consumption can improve access to fresh, healthy produce, promoting better public health and reducing the burden on healthcare. Environmental sustainability. Promoting local agriculture can reduce environmental impact, encourage sustainable farming practices, and help preserve the island's natural resources. It's also important through our cultural preservation. Enhancing food security through local agriculture helps preserve traditional crops, farming techniques, and cultural practices related to food. This strengthens the cultural identity and promotes local pride. Another one is the economic stability. Tourism, as we all know, is our primary industry, but it is vulnerable to global economic downturns and disasters. Developing local agriculture and enhancing food security can create jobs, diversify the economy, and reduce reliance on tourism. This would strengthen the overall economic reliance of our country. In
addition, and also funded by the Resembit program, is the Early Warning System Project. This project is of great significance for St. Martin, as it will create a framework for early warning. This framework will include the required processes, standardized messaging in varying languages, as well as identify the most suitable technologies for early warning for St. Martin. Government has also acquired technical assistance for a national climate change report on St. Martin. This project aims to develop a climate change report of St. Martin and to lay the groundwork for the development of a national climate change adaptation plan. As it pertains to finance, government aims to design a macroeconomic framework to achieve and maintain long-term financial stability. This entails establishing strong and healthy financial management and oversight, ensuring government control. Government is in the process of restructuring and redesigning the tax system. The goal is a robust tax system with a broad base, contributing to a fair distribution of income, stimulating the economy, ensuring feasibility and controllability by the tax authorities, increasing the efficiency and effectiveness of the tax collection process, and simplifying the tax system. These initiatives aim to improve government budgeting, strengthen fiscal policy, support new enterprise establishment, enhance existing business productivity, and contribute to national welfare and prosperity. Madam Chairlady, members of Parliament. Presently, the focus for government as it pertains to public health is on better understanding the impact of non-communicable diseases, NCDs, mental health, and healthy lifestyle choices. Government is currently carrying out the PAHO-WHO NCD STEPS survey. This is a national population survey to assess the prevalence of NCDs and their biological and behavioral risk factors. This acquired information is important to help prioritize and develop relevant prevention programs such as health promotion campaigns, population screening programs, guidelines for early detection and management of diseases at the primary care level, including lifestyle counseling, and guidelines for the management and follow-up of people with NCDs by specialized healthcare services. Given the issues surrounding mental health, government has continued to prioritize the appropriate steps needed to execute the necessary improvements to support the mental health sector in St. Martin. These steps include, but are not limited to, the development and improvement of legislation, the development of an updated national mental health plan, the development and implementation of a mental health project via the National Recovery Program Bureau, NRPB, and securing the realization of a new mental health facility. The 4 countries in the Kingdom have established structured 4-country consultation meetings to strengthen collaboration on social and labor aspects. A vision document is currently being prepared to be approved by all 4 countries in a consultation meeting scheduled for October. A pilot project was carried out by a joint task force between the ministries of VSA, Justice, and TEAT to regulate illegal employment of foreign workers, and the report for this was recently compiled and will be analyzed to further determine if these attempts were beneficial before moving towards formal changes in regulations. For the remainder of 2024 and into 2025, government continues to work on the following policies and legislations in the area of health, social, and labor reform: establishing a general health care insurance, an unemployment fund, and poverty alleviation, especially amongst the elderly, and an additional amendment to Book 7, Title 10 of the Civil Code, regulating labor agreements. Government is working to establish a sustainable solid waste management system across the island, with the ultimate goal of creating a waste authority responsible for all waste management activities, including setting tariffs and fees. A budget proposal for 2025-2027 is being developed along with a scenario analysis model to determine the waste authority's revenue needs beyond 2028. Plans are also underway to procure waste collection services from 2026 onwards, with a focus on improving waste collection and preventing illegal dumping. Government is drafting a comprehensive long-term strategy in the form of a national housing policy. The housing policy will not only address the immediate need for more housing units, but will also consider the quality and sustainability of these homes. It will ensure that our social housing projects are built to withstand the challenges of our unique environment and provide a safe and healthy living environment for the residents of St. Martin.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
When I was asked to direct a few words here this afternoon, I started to look back at the many articles that I have written regarding the marketplace. And it in essence came down to the many times that I would pass through this marketplace, and sometimes so ashamed to pass through it that I would walk around the marketplace for the simple reason that I thought it was a travesty. All of the years, all of the times that attempts were made to basically rebuild this marketplace. So today, I join all of those who are extremely grateful and pleased that we are going to be doing a true groundbreaking. Too many have been the plans. Too many have been the funding sources. Then it's the Royal Caribbean Group. Then they're no longer involved. Then it's on the budget of the government of St. Martin. Then it is taken off of the budget of the country St. Martin. And in the meantime, those who were really the victims of it all were those who faithfully, sunshine or rainfall, literally would be here in trying to sell the product St. Martin. It was a travesty because as I pass and I see you having to find cover during rain, as I see you trying to protect yourselves and your wear from the sun, and I said, St. Martin must be able to do better than that. Today, we are doing better than that.
This project has taken so long in getting to this point that some people may have started to think that it was a political ball being kicked around for fun, for the fun of it. Well, it isn't. From the day this government took office on May 3rd, 2024, That is about 4 months ago. I made it not just a top priority, but also a key component of my overall vision for the beautification of our capital city. There's a reason why businesses no longer flourish as it used to in town. There's a reason why Great Bay becomes a ghost town after 6 p.m. every day. One of those reasons is the fact that we have lost the quaint attractiveness and the feeling of safety and security that was once a feature of our capital city. To paraphrase the late Dr. Claude Watty, tourism doesn't leave an island. Tourism is driven away from an island. And we have been driving away tourism from town by abandoning car wrecks on the road. And Minister of Health, he's nodding. He's been hearing from me every other week on that. By allowing unattractive structures to spring up everywhere, by dumping garbage in front of our stores, and by letting Front Street and Back Street become literally unfit for the vehicles to pass through. To restore this great bay to its past glory, we have to start from somewhere, and what better place than to start with this iconic marketplace? This is why, despite all the talk about this project being good to go when we came into office, we took a critical look at what had been done and decided to go 2 steps further and improve on it. Because as the saying goes, anything worth doing is worth doing well. So with my cabinet and staff of the ministry, we set out to redesign the new marketplace and incorporate it as a central piece of our beautification plans. And as I said before, Great Bay needs a facelift, and that facelift starts with this marketplace. To carry out our mission, we engage with the services of a local architect, Mr. Damian Richardson. Mr. Damian Richardson? There he is. Mr. Damian Richardson brought into our vision. He brought it into our vision. He named it the Sualiga Market, and appropriately so, seeing that it is not only a stone's throw from the salt pickers roundabout, but also that the location itself was, in the past, an integral part of our salt industry. A lot of people don't know that. Historically, salt was to this island's economy what tourism is today. In the words of the architect himself, the lifted canopy roof of the Sualiga Market that you can see in the pictures, which is going to be showing very soon, is like a series of colorful salt clouds hovering over the stalls with a different tones of pastel-like salt colors. The new design was done in close and constant collaboration with the business women you see right here, the vendors, who will be using the structure to sell their wares. It combines history and culture and aesthetics and practicality. According to the architect, his inspiration came from the idea of an open, covered space that makes room for the vendors to take care of the opening and closing of their stalls each day in safety and comfort.
This groundbreaking represents not only the great collaboration between the Ministry of Teat and the Ministry of Rummy, but the fulfillment of a years-old promise to improve the facilities and enhance our tourism product. As Minister of Rummy, I am aware that how the island looks is equally as important as to what the island offers. The Ministry is proud to have been part of this initiative, offering technical support from the Departments of New Works and Department of Infrastructure. The realization of this marketplace creates a dedicated area that, come rain or shine, affords a pleasant and inviting experience and also ensures a comfortable workplace for you, the vendors. As tourism frontliners, your advice was important to making this a success and sets the tone for the manner in which government will continue to engage, but more importantly, to really listen to all stakeholders going forward. Over the past 2 weeks, Rummy began with regular trench maintenance and cleaning, doing its part to protect our vital tourism product and to enhance the quality of life for residents as well. In the next phase, the ministry will be working to improve roads and markings and review the quality of service being offered in terms of district cleaning and garbage collection. With the passing of Tropical Storm Ernesto, the damage sustained by the marketplace underscored the need for resilient building and infrastructure. Today's groundbreaking is testament to government's commitment to these elements, adding value to our product, but also the quality of the environments in which we live. The collaboration between the ministries of TEAD and VROMI, but also with the wider government, the harbor, and other co-financers is testament to the reach of partnerships and the ability to achieve ones with a strong commitment and focus. So, to everyone involved, and in particular to my colleague Minister
Your social and health insurance is SXM. Your social and health insurance is.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah. Your social and health insurance is.
Followed question by MP Arian. He stated, you mentioned that no one from your team was involved, and that's absolutely not true. Your senior legal advisor was the main person, one of the key individuals who took part in finding this solution. So I would like clarity on that. Was this person not involved, and did he not inform you of the process? Mr. Chairman, for clarity, I never stated that no one from my team was involved. What I said was, and we can refer back to the tape, and I quote, please note that I may not be able to answer all of your questions since neither I nor my colleagues here today. At that time, I had the colleague to my right and a colleague to my left. They were the only ones present at that time, and they were not a part of the initial discussions. Mr. Chair, through you, I would like to address the Honorable MP's question. It is correct that my senior legal advisor, who is present here today, was one of the individuals involved in advising on the solution. However, it's important to clarify the nature of his involvement. The legal advisor's role was to provide guidance and expertise. but the ultimate decisions and directions were taken by the respective minister. Advisors are there to provide the minister with advice. It is the minister's decision to either follow or not follow the advice. We're not obligated to adhere to our advisors' recommendations, and I, for one, will not hide behind my advisors for any decision I make as Minister of Finance. If a minister requests legal advice on a specific action, such as moving a glass from one place to another, the legal advisor will provide the necessary guidance to achieve that objective. This was the approach taken by the MP when he served as minister. My approach, however, differs. I asked the same legal advisor to provide me with a comprehensive analysis, including the pros and cons of moving the glass, for which I am grateful, eternally grateful. In this case, I ensured to attend all the meetings with the central bank, as well as the technical team alongside my team. It was also very important to me to not only assess the legal side, but the financial side as Minister of Finance. This allowed me to gain a thorough understanding of the agreement which the former minister signed off on and formed my own opinion. As the old proverb goes, measure thrice, cut once. This ensures that all potential outcomes and implications are thoroughly considered before making a decision. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next question. In the beginning of the presentation, you made it clear that you had absolutely nothing to do with this solution, and my interpretation is that you are distancing yourself from that solution. I find it interesting that you distance yourself from a solution or proposal when it's convenient, but you didn't distance yourself, for example, when the canteen for the receiver's office or the vacation allowance, etc. It cannot be that at convenience you distance yourself, but when there is a controversial topic, there is a distance. Mr. Chair, through you, allow me to respond to the MP on his statement of insinuating that I am distancing myself from this solution before us. On the contrary, I am deeply vested in finding the best possible solution for the people of St. Martin and the policyholders. Despite the statement that the HLE stands as is, today we now have before us an addendum. That's how deeply vested I was in finding the best solution for St. Martin, no matter how controversial the topic. In fact, it is precisely when my back is against the wall that my determination and resilience come to the forefront. While it is true that I was not involved in the initial discussions of this particular solution, my primary focus has always been on evaluating and improving upon the proposals before us. This is not a matter of distancing myself for convenience, but rather of ensuring that I fully understand and critically assess each situation to make informed decisions in the best interest of St. Martin.
News of an explosion at a fast food restaurant in New Kingston. TVJ News understands that a gas leak may have been the cause at the Burger King location. It's further understood that 6 employees have been hospitalized. However, it is unclear the extent of the injuries. The incident happened sometime after 10 a.m. Currently, police and firefighters are on the scene. We'll have more on this developing story in subsequent newscasts.